scratches, not anything else. That's what she wants. She wants her head scratched. That's because Lilith is evil, if you don't know that. I love Lilith to death, but Lilith would take over the world if she could. Yeah, you want scratches. I know. You want all the scratches. You want all the scratches. OJ, well, you could blame Kel for that. It was all his fault. It wasn't his fault. He set up. Dude, I got into that puzzle, and I got so mad, and I couldn't figure out what they wanted.
I trust this will suffice.
God smiles upon the generous.
Oh, away with you!
Let me move this up.
Back to your 7-bit beggar!
I just can't handle a game that I put 11 hours in and I was in the prologue and gave me puzzles I couldn't figure out how to fucking do.
A land grotesque as its people. You dreamt of utopia. You saw the tribes united as one.
Oh.
That dream died long ago. You should have done the same.
I was supposed to, like, do a bunch of things and fix cables and...
Your kingdom will perish alongside you. By my hand.
Yep, OJA.
I cannot fathom it. His Majesty killed in his own bed.
The blooms upon the prince's grave had yet to wilt. Without an heir to wear the crown, what will become of the royal magic?
Thus vulnerable, an invasion might undo us.
From within or without, the state hangs on a precipice. It may even come to civil war.
In dark times, we must stand together.
Your Eminence.
Your Eminence.
Few could even enter the king's chambers, let alone draw close. And yet,
His Majesty's arcane power could deflect near any blade. With all the royal bloodline's magic, who could harm him at all?
So, OJA, Kel
shadows
told me to
stir
listen
in
to
the
the
castle,
instructions
just
and
as
then
they did
started
with the
healing in a
prince.
WoW raid, and I got
what
really
hellbound
mad
soul
and stopped
could end a
uninstalled
royal
it.
life? Who would dare such atrocity? Huh?
Maybe I'll go back to it,
Luis.
OJA, but I was so pissed.
A shame to die with no heirs. The prince was taken too soon. And only a king may wield the royal scepter, the very crux of his vaunted bloodline's magic, which made such a fine deterrent to war. One has to ask, them dead.
I was enjoying
should
the
take
game,
the throne?
OJA. It was just a miserable game to stream. I wasn't screaming or anything, though, Pat. I was just frustrated. The game just started out so slow, OJA, that I was just like frustrated. I've never beaten an Atlus game, I was telling Pat. I got like halfway through Persona 5. God damn it, Pat. God damn it, Pat. I love you too, Pat. I love all you fuckers. I don't know that one, Socrates.
Who's there? I can feel you watching me from a place beyond my sight. Whoever you are, please tell me. Does our world pique your interest?
Like, I should move this down to here. God damn it, Pat.
Pardon my curiosity, but would you tell me your name? That is to say, tell me who you really are. The one who meets my eyes across a strange threshold.
Should be Rodbert. No. I'll just be Rod. Roderick? I could do Roderick. That sounds fantasy, right? Okay, I'll be Roderick. There you go.
Ah, a most unusual name. One I've never heard in our world. Which suggests to me you might reside in a world beyond ours.
Ours? Yes.
It is a curious thing that in your eyes, my entire world is but the dawn of a story yet untold. Or to put it another way, this is a fantasy.
This is a fantasy.
But can it truly be dismissed as something so far removed from you? If indeed you wish to cross to our world for a time, I would first ask that you indulge one question. Is fantasy limited to the confines of imagination? Would you call it a powerless creation? More than wishful thinking, more than fiction. Something capable of affecting the realities beyond its bounds.
God damn it. Oh. Then let me move the camera up. Here, I'll put it up here for now, and if this is a problem.
This must be what you believe. I confess, my own answer still eludes me. But consider, if fantasy is born from hope, a desire to make the world better than it is, then that hope can be made manifest. Thus does change come, and thus is fantasy forged into a new reality. Perhaps the story about to unfold before you will tell us. I'm thoroughly invested now myself. So, let this tale begin.
Normal. Ready. What is Cafe Lafitte? An exile in what the fuck?
Looks like we're in the clear. The
It's
capital's
gorgeous.
just through this desert.
Gorgeous animation is
Is
always
it true
in
then?
Atlus.
The king is dead? Aye, and the guards are more concerned with the funeral than keeping the road safe. So now the monsters are roaming in broad daylight. No soldiers to stop them.
Monsters, huh? I've certainly been hearing the stories.
To say nothing of the vacant throne. There's a storm coming, mark my words. That much is certain.
What's the problem?
Okay, I didn't know that. Socrates.
They're bandits!
Come on, let's see some respect for the militia!
This guy's like a devil.
Us folk, we're commoners. No crown or church will save us.
But Lord Luis will save us one and all. All we ask is a little tribute.
It was
You're
so
with us
bad,
or
Pat.
against us?
The
If
women's
you're
fight
against
before that
us-
was fucking gnarly.
An igniter? Ugh. How'd they get one of those?
Dude, even at 16 minutes, that fight was boring.
Huh? Look at you. What have we got here? He's an elder.
He's an elder.
No horns, no knife is. Filthy gremlin like you. What you got in the capital? Oh, what's
I've never watched
this?
any of it, True.
Looks like you've been holding out on us, boy. Hold it! No! Should have listened to us, chum. Now fall in line! Let's all get stuck like us.
Uh-oh. Fuck him up, yeah!
You drew steel. I take it you are prepared to die by it.
Stand aside!
Yeet! What's up, Nana? Yeah. Basically, Nana. Saturday morning anime.
Ugh, this place already feels like a death trap. You hear all that stuff about Lord Louis saving us? Hey, you okay? You still got all your limbs attached? Well, at least they didn't figure out our mission. Definitely could have gone worse.
What mission?
What mission?
Come on! This is no time for jokes. You do know that if anyone finds out who we really are, it's all over, right? The mission's more important than either of our lives. If we screw this up, there's no going back.
I feel like I'm playing Legend of Zelda. With, you know, the little fairy companion. Game is gorgeous.
Think we'll make it?
You don't look hurt, though, so that's good news. You can move, right? I'm thinking we should find a place where we can see the whole area. Some actions you can perform and their corresponding controls are displayed at the bottom of the screen. You can also use the mini-map to see which way to go. You can view tutorials you've seen before in the main menu.
Let's go. Stop!
Wait, I'm sensing something close. Don't move.
Watch out!
Nice, Nana. Yeah, those look especially dangerous, so watch out. I don't think they've noticed us yet, though. Press L2 to use face sight. This ability lets you see what Galaxia senses in the environment. When you see an enemy you've never confronted before, it'll show up as unknown. Prepare as best as you can.
Okay. Stay vigilant. These ones aren't messing around.
Where's the map? Oh, it's R1. Yeah, we don't want to go...
Yikes. I think we're in a little over our heads.
Can we fight one hyena? Oh. Oh, how did he do so much damage to me?
Watch your health. It's... Please, wake up! Answer me!
I'm dead already?
Oh, champion against fear. Rise and face anxiety.
I rise and face anxiety every day of my life.
Okay.
So I think we have to avoid everything.
Hurry! They found us. Get ready, everyone.
Run away! Run away! Hey, I'm not here for the good gameplay. I'm here for my dick jokes.
Look!
God damn it, Pat.
Just checking, but you do remember what we're here to do.
I love the
right?
eyes. Refresh my memory.
Right. What am I doing again?
Yep, exactly, Socrates.
Oh, I don't know. The mission that's more important than our own lives? First, we get to the royal capital and get you enlisted as a guardsman at the army's recruitment center. This could decide the fate of the whole country. We either do our jobs or we die. And if it's all the same to you, I'd rather stay alive. So we've got to see this mission through. Come on. We don't want the sun to go down on us in the wastes. Let's pull ourselves together and get back on the road. You know what they say. Anxiety breeds the world's cruelest monsters. I mean, fairies say that at least. I can at least cast my usual spell for you. It's the small comforts, right?
Right.
Music was the first magic this world ever knew, after all. Makes the road a little easier. Look!
Yep, okay.
Over there!
That's the road, isn't it? Literally, Grand Trad is already in sight.
Let's go.
Almost there. Let's keep moving and try to stay out of sight.
Got a sec? Everything's pretty standard.
We want to avoid all this shit, apparently. We want blue things, right?
I don't like this. Nice! I bet we'll find a use for that.
Uh-oh, this is bad.
Not good! Run for it!
Yeah, it was true. Yeah, it was.
This land of 8 tribes and 3 nations, all blessed by the power of magic. The United Kingdom of Ukraine.
No, I gotta turn out
The year is 785. Ukraine is shaken to the core by the sudden death of its king. Anxiety breeds dissent among the tribes. Disparities tear them apart, and no mortal mind remembers the heroic tales upon which their land was built. By this story of fantasy, may this faded world be painted anew.
Oh, great seeker, bearer of fantasy powered. Hear my wish and come forth from thy epic of glory to grant me thy... I don't know what the last word was. More cartoons.
Whoa, just look.
Whoa.
Was it guidance? Okay. Looks like Paris, kind of.
Get on with it, then! Drop the dog! Hang him dead! Please! I've done nothing wrong! Lying dog! Don't try to deny it! You trample the law for the fun of it!
Let it be known, for misuse of an igniter, you will hang by the neck until dead!
Yeah!
There's no way that crowd was going to listen to anything a Paribus said.
Such a shame. Might you spare some coin?
He's a cat girl, but he's a cat boy.
Bless you. Oh,
careful!
Hurry!
Don't you have any street smarts? Come on, kid. tourists here. We gotta stay focused.
Right.
You noticed back on the wagon? You might be the only elder here, in the whole city even. The capital's incredible. Just look at all the different tribes. You never see this kind of diversity out in the countryside. Not that it's very balanced. I see more Plamars and Roussants than anyone else. Which means a dopey Elda kid's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. Try to keep your head down, okay?
Hey, did you hear what they're saying about His Majesty?
Trying, Pat!
They say it wasn't illness at all. I heard it was foul play. Assassination.
Assassination.
Shh, careful who hears you say that.
But it's just like the prince, isn't it? They say he was attacked in the dead of night. A war of succession is coming, I tell you.
I tell you.
Sounds like monsters have been prowling the countryside. They're sending the guard out to deal with them. The army's really gone to hell. It's a far cry from when we had Count Luis at the helm, I'll tell you that much.
Hard to see how the nation can come back from this.
Kind of, man, yeah.
Did not have to ask if the prince was still alive.
The king dead, his son stricken. Are there none left to bear the weight of the crown?
We've done all in our power, but not even the kingdom's best, the saint, could purify this affliction.
Over 10 years he has languished under this curse. How much longer can his body hold out? No doubt His Highness would protest. But since he cannot, we have no choice.
This game is gorgeous.
For the man who cursed His Highness and murdered our king, there can be no mercy. I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there? This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
Well, why do we, if I'm not part of like the royal family or house or whatever, why do we have the prince?
Hey, are you listening? Well, I guess I can't blame you for feeling nostalgic. You and the prince were pretty close. Anyway, getting to the capital was only the beginning. Now comes the real high-stakes part.
I think
You gotta go get enlisted, so you can meet up with our operative. Remember, nobody here knows who we are. Nobody here knows the prince might still have a claim to the throne. That means if we get busted, that's it. Nobody's gonna save us. Step 1. Let's figure out where the recruitment center is. Shouldn't be too hard, considering the need for soldiers.
That's us! Find the recruitment center!
So?
You know where we are going? Feel free to admit that you're lost and ask me for advice. Press R1 to open the local map. If you're unsure of what to do, try pressing triangle. Alicia, as always, has good ideas, or so she thinks. Press up in safer areas like downs to save your progress.
Whatever will I do?
Let's go see.
We don't have time for detours right now. If you're lost, check your map. Just go straight down the main street and you should find the recruitment center.
Whatever
All right,
will I
then.
do?
An elder? Here?
What's the question, Pat? I mean,
Look at that. The new model's out now. I could be out there slinging spells like a master if I had one of those.
I guess that's the big city for you. Everyone and their mother has a magic igniter. So many different types, too.
I don't know, Pat. Now I won't. No, what's a magic igniter?
What's a magic igniter?
See? There's a couple in the window. Like an instrument plays a tune, an igniter casts magic. Pretty hard to come by out in the countryside. Can't imagine what it's like having to wave around some shiny stick to use magic. Me? I can whip out magic anytime I like. And I can even see the magla in the air. Though, I'm not exactly an archmage.
Wonders never cease. A fairy and an elden child. Are you new to our fair city?
Shady woman.
Well, I suggest you keep a low profile. Trust me when I say you don't want to catch the eyes of the lords and ladies. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I run this humble shop. Are you in the market for an igniter? Here's something that might catch a foreigner's eye. This is modeled after the royal scepter and would make the perfect souvenir.
That thing is taller than us.
The royal scepter?
You've really never heard of it. Wow. Where do I even start?
It looks like someone stuck a thumb up her ass and she wasn't expecting it. Ooh!
A symbol and instrument of the crown's sovereignty. Passed down through generations. If you believe the legends, it houses incredible magic. World-shattering power. More practically, you might call it the world's most potent magic igniter. And in the king's hands, it was enough of a deterrent to stave off invasion.
Now he's dead, with no living heir either.
Tragic, isn't it? Kingly magic is of little use without a king. You picked a bad time to visit, boy. I don't know why you're here, but there's trouble brewing.
I'll keep that in mind.
I'll keep that in mind.
A word of caution, then. Your survival is your own responsibility.
Well, that was unnecessarily ominous. She has a point, though. We'll need to be careful. Anyway, we don't have time to hang around chatting with the locals. We've got a recruitment office to find.
Let's head there.
With how tall and big she is, I don't think that would work. I was hoping that we'd blend in with the crowd and no one would notice that you're an Elda, but the people here have sharper eyes than I thought. We don't want to draw the attention, but hiding your tribe is only going to make it worse. People may insult you, but you do your best to save them.
All right.
Easier said than done, I'm sure, but it's for the sake of the mission. And on that note, the recruitment center we're looking for should just be just ahead.
What are you playing at?
I'm out of ideas.
Dear me.
Wouldn't it be a
That must be the
fairy
recruitment
ball?
center. I'll let you take it from here. It should be pretty straightforward. Oh, and if they start asking questions, just be as honest as you can. Lying will only make us more suspicious. So long as you don't compromise the mission, you're fine. Good luck in there. Knock 'em dead.
How do I know if I'm lying if I don't know what's up?
Okay, you got this.
A blue blood, are you? The army's no place for velvet-swaddled lordlings. Why are you here? Perhaps your noble family collapsed under its own weight. Is that it?
Lineage seems a strange measure for a soldier's worth. I'm looking to enlist. Is that enough for you or not?
An uppity one, aren't you? Fine, lordling. Welcome to the Guard, where it'll be your privilege to die screaming and bloody in service of your country. But mark my words, war will turn your arrogance to piss. When your corpse is plucked from the mud, do try to look patriotic.
Rousing words, Captain. You think threats will buy loyalty? No wonder nobody respects the Guard anymore. But I'm here now, so perhaps the kingdom isn't a lost cause.
Insolent pup! You will learn your place.
Don't. The healers have enough on their plates already.
Be gone, and be thankful you're still in one piece. All right, next. Hurry it up. An elder? I thought your kind was long gone.
How do they all know we're Elda? Because of our eyes?
Age 18. An orphan, too. The army can always use more of those. So, what brings you to enlist?
I want to fight for change.
I want to fight for real change.
Lofty words for a gutter rat with an empty coin purse, no? So, what can you bring to our beloved corps? Any skills to speak of?
I've always been pretty lucky.
I asked for your skills, boy. Right, last order of business. Make your mark or sign your name if you're actually literate.
We're doing the same name again. Yes.
You know your letters, do you? We'll get some use out of you yet. All right, lad. Welcome to the Guard.
We're in the Guard!
Yes!
I'm sure you heard about the monster sighting, so stay sharp out there. We're short-handed as it is, so be a good lad and try not to get killed on your first deployment. You can pick up your kit at reception. Standard issue guardsman armor and igniter. Kingdom property. So if you break it, it's coming out of your commission. On your way now. Up to.
We get gear! What a long line. Guess we've got no choice but to wait our turn.
Boy there!
What's the world coming to?
I came to enlist because I heard you can make a quick reprieve here, but they really make you work alongside creepy Elda. A parapets I can deal with, but Elda are right ominous. Where'd you hear that? God's own scriptures, that's where. Guess you can't expect an Elda to know shite. Let him say what he wants. Fighting someone like him would just be a waste of energy.
Boy there!
They said tribe don't matter in the army, but they'll probably put me up front as a meat shield. Not that I can find better work. Wish I could serve Count Louis. His army's built on merit, so even a parapet stands a chance.
Whatever.
You're so young. Are you enlisting too? Well, not much choice if you don't have money or a job. Greed makes the world go round, as it were. You want a magic igniter? Join the queue. Cutting's only gonna get you chewed out.
Whoa.
You listing as well? The line starts behind me, if so, or was there something you needed? Are you really a noble? I take it you overheard my interview. Yes, guilty as charged. I am a noble, but just a countryside son of a lord. My family is of no real consequence.
Well...
Nah. Well, let's just say I have my own circumstances. I'm volunteering to fight in order to protect the kingdom, foolish or not. Thank you.
I heard they get sightings.
What? Of those huge monsters? You think that's why we're low on soldiers? Wish they'd have told us that. What did they call them? Something like,
That's a giant sword
Next.
on his back.
Another Clamar. Wait. No. You don't look like the others. Surely not. An elder? It's the first of your kind I've seen.
Move it. There's a priority around here.
We're arming squires and children with igniters now. Waste of good gear. It's better off in my hands. Give it here.
Brute force and crude insults. The world is yours for the taking.
Care to say that again, boy?
We all have our reasons to enlist. Now get back in line.
Yeah, you tell him.
Oh, another high and mighty Clamar, is it? You think your pretty words will measure up to pure Roussant strength?
Oh, forget the tribes. This is a matter of pride. Now, you owe us both an apology.
Come on, no fighting in the ranks.
Sorry for making a scene. You all right?
Thanks.
Thanks. You didn't have to do that.
Just felt like stepping in. Don't worry about it. Well, see you around. Try not to die out there.
I'm trying.
Don't make my job any harder, please. Here, your igniter. These days, most come with their own magna crystals. So with practice, anyone can use magic. To an extent, anyway. It's not the sort of thing you can master in a day. For now, newbies like you best focus on surviving.
The thing around his neck is apparently a magic igniter. The captain I spoke with earlier had one too. They must take on many different forms like I saw on the main street.
And take this too. Protect it with your life.
Wow, that's a real map. It's dangerous to even chart the wilds, but this is full of details. Only the military could pull this together.
Listen up, striplings. My name is Captain Klinger, and as of this moment, you miserable lot are under my command.
Oh no.
I'm sure you've all heard about our forces being tied up with the funeral proceedings for His Majesty. But if you think you're on cushy security detail, think again.
Oh no.
First, you will be deployed to a fortress at the northern border, where you will be trained into true guards. Our veterans there will teach you the one thing you need to master if you're to survive. Pain.
Perfect.
That is pretty
That's
creepy.
exactly where our contacts hold up.
Enjoy tonight's sleep, because it's the last full night's rest you'll get. Dismissed!
Dismissed! The spaghetti one was disgusting. It was more nightmare fuel, but for sure.
Look at all the other recruits. They really are desperate for new blood. Oh, right. I know you don't know what our contact looks like yet, but he'll know you by your sword. He'll also know right away why we've come. And don't worry, I'll recognize him. Well, the charming captain is probably right. We should get some rest before tomorrow. Hey, you awake?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm awake.
Sorry to bug you. Look, I just have a lot on my mind. Can't seem to fall asleep. I'd heard about what it was like in the capital, but still. When you hear and see all this prejudice out in the open, it's a lot. You okay?
It never gets easier.
It never gets easier.
Yeah, I could tell. Try to put it behind you, okay? Some people are even saying it's the lesser tribe's fault that the monsters are showing up at all. These are the same kind of people who burned down your village, remember?
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, but still. The prince was kind to take you in. He cared more about who you were than what you were. I can see why you'd want to repay him. Oh, speaking of, he's the one who gave you that book, right? Can I see it?
Sure, I guess.
I gotta say, I've been curious. Thanks.
Why is it Tokyo?
It's what you call a fantasy story, right? So it's a fantasy world made up by the author. The prince loved those kinds of stories. Okay, let's see. It says the young traveler was amazed by the world he saw. In this world, there is only one tribe. All people accept each other, and no soul is born into discrimination.
Well, that sure sounds like fantasy.
Wow. So not even any fairies? I guess less differences means less to argue over. In such a world, there is no need for sorcery. A megapolis is built through learning and labor. Towers of glass that reach the heavens. Safe nights with no dark shadows. Busy streets well traveled. And in the laws of these emotionally satisfied people, it reads, all lives are equal. Whoa. I see. No magic, no tribal conflict. And equality for all? It really does sound like a fantasy. But it's strange to feel envious of a fictional world. Hey, are you asleep already? You know how hard it is for me to turn these pages on my own? Well, guess I'll just read more later. Good night.
You know how hard it is to turn these pages by myself?
Shouldn't you be resting? I'm fine. In fact, I'm glad we have this chance to talk. I've been reading, and I hope that someday we can make our kingdom like the place in this book. You said it was some kind of fantasy novel, didn't you? Our lives are decided at birth
for that emote. I
by
can't.
tribal purity, or by the differences
I blame
that make
Pat
us who
for
we
that.
are. I don't want that to be the world we live in. The Elder here are a perfect example. If you'd not sheltered me, I would never have survived. And yet, they burned your home down.
Yeah, but the spaghetti one was
It's
what got him in
tragic.
trouble.
And no one should have to suffer so. Someone needs to fix...
It was a nice cock emote and
You okay?
the baka emote.
Don't push yourself so hard. Reality is much too cruel. I know that. But I'll fight it. I'll fight to the end. I'm a prince. But I need to be a hero. One
Looks like
worthy
Kingdom
of the throne.
Hearts.
A hero? One who can lead. A beacon who will pierce the darkness when all seems lost. My father taught me that. In his stories, the kingdom was full of legendary heroes. So I can't give up. In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. Not that I expect it will be easy. I believe in you. Familiar words. When I'm down, when I struggle, you're always there to help me through it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
You'll be a hero. Trust me.
And then we fell in love. And then we fell in love.
I won't give up either. Trust me.
How long into this game before our first battle? Let's see. Yeah, that's fine, Nana. I'd raised it. I gotta be careful with maxing that one out, though. Let me. You know what I could do? I'll turn down the game audio. That's what I'll do. When we get out of this.
Until arrival at the northern border fort, one day remains.
I just have to be able to get to my menu.
Let's see.
Let's find our destination, the northern border fort. Let me see something. You can view information about your surroundings in the world map. Use the movement keys to highlight the location you want to learn about, and then press X.
This place here.
Hey, don't forget. Okay then.
All we can do for now is rest. We have a big day tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know. It might be a minute before I could get into that.
The carriage transporting the new recruits arrives at its destination. The northern border fort. The towering fortress was built during the Annex War in the mountains at the edge of the territory. Even now, soldiers are sent there for its strategic importance to the royal capital and to combat the rising waves of monsters. Fresh-faced soldiers disembark from their coaches at the foot of a steep ascent to the fort, the first of many uphill battles.
Oh, finally. Can hardly feel my legs. Say, friend, I'm curious. What is it about that book that's captivated you so?
It tells of a world united as one tribe.
No discrimination, eh? A far cry from our world, then. So it's describing a better world. A utopia, perhaps. I'm something of a reader myself, but that's not like any book I've read.
Yeah, it must be, OJ.
You know, when the late king took the throne, he was quite the idealist himself. He made grand claims about unifying the people under his rule. Never managed to do it in the end, of course. Reform takes more than high-minded, eloquent speeches. Maybe he was too blind to see that himself.
Listen to you. A babe with his first sword thinking he knows better than a king. Keep your mouth shut. No one cares what you think.
Nobody asked you.
Something to say? Go on. I'm listening.
If it's a fight you want, draw your blade.
Didn't think you'd just challenge me straight out. You've got guts for a lesser tribesman. Well, Clemar, I'll let it go this time. But only because I like your friend. Next time, keep your complaining to yourself.
That's the last thing I need. Though I suppose I deserved it in part, speaking ill of the dead and all. My mouth tends to get ahead of my thoughts sometimes. Although, I'm glad a bad habit seems to have drawn us together. Oh, never got round to an introduction. I'm Stroll. Leon Stroll, son of the Count of Harlia. And you are?
That's my name.
I have that right? It's got a certain weight to it.
Rude.
For what it's worth, my title doesn't mean much. Here and now, we're peers and equals.
Trying OJ.
By the skin of my teeth! Now, where was I? Right, as for you, fresh meat.
Someone, help!
Is that a soldier? Hey, speak to me, man. What happened?
Listen. Stay on guard. It's too...
He's unconscious.
Not one of mine. Must be one of the fort's guard. Those damn vultures across the border. They must have heard about the king's death. Anyway, to the fort. Double time. I'll stay behind to see to the poor bastard's wounds.
You want us to go on ahead? alone. Shouldn't we at least send a team back to ask for...
I knew fear would take you at the first step. You want to turn tail? Are you a traitor to the cause? The Guard has no place for cowards. You are part of His Majesty's Royal Army. Swallow your fear, fight with pride, and we'll all have medals this time tomorrow!
He's right. We're warriors. Up there is our first chance at glory and riches. Damned if I'm gonna waste it. Let's go!
Yeah, I need to turn down the sound. I didn't realize how loud it was.
Well, I suppose this is what we signed up for. Onward, to the fort then.
Hey, I've got a bad feeling about this. It's hard to explain, but it's like there's a stench in the air, and it's getting stronger.
Hey, did something happen? Wait, is that a... fairy? Did you catch it yourself?
She's with me.
Yes, and I have a name, by the way. It's Gallica.
Kinderbell.
So you travel together? You've stayed well hidden for quite a while.
Well, I didn't want anyone making a fuss. But we've got bigger problems right now. I can't shake this feeling. We gotta be careful.
Agreed. I'll follow orders, but I'm not about to let this armchair general send me to my death. Let's take a moment, then head in once we're prepared. I assume you know how to use an igniter properly?
I'm not so sure. He's never used one before. I mean, he's a commoner, so not much chance to.
Fair enough. Well, just stay behind me and you'll be all right. I swear I won't let you die. I'm with you.
Stroll, a brave fighter trying to conceal his nobility, has become your ally.
Oh, this is bad. I didn't think you'd actually have to fight anyone. I just hope our contact in the fort's okay. Let's keep our guard up and hope we find out.
Well, this is an unexpected turn of events, but don't lose sight of our mission, okay?
Here we go.
Be careful, our contact should be inside and we have to find him. Huff, huff. You're running with such purpose. What was it that you were talking about? You said something about your ally.
Actually...
Oh, it's nothing. I was just worried about the soldiers inside.
I see.
I see. Well, whatever the case, the situation concerns me too. Let's go inside. There we go. Look at the mastered volume. Holy shit, dude. That's still pretty loud, but I think it's better. Is there like an equipment screen? Doesn't seem like we have a like. Is that better? Yeah, exactly. Shit is loud, man. That was unfortunate. What up, Pete? Yes, first drinks on me.
There it is. That's a human.
What's up, buddy?
Stand your ground! Charge it! Pursue!
Okay, sounds good, sir.
We have to help the survivors.
Sweet baby Jesus. Oh, nice, man. Sounds fun.
Damn it.
Damn, this is horrific. So many dead.
Ow.
Chris, I hope you're safe.
Hurry!